Let's see. Use card action. Let's get it down to 6. And then, let's see. We'll do the... Yeah, we'll do block. It's the same thing. We just trashed this, right? Block in 2K. Or block in 1K. Well, let's show. Do this. That, no blocker resolve. Probably could have just gone with the Ben Beckman, yep. Because now we just get that. Great. Shit, yeah, we should probably just trash the Ben Beckman. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and actions, do that. Now we'll go ahead and just for extra fun, do that. Then we will deploy this over this. Use card action, get this out over that. Goodbye to beard. Alright. Now 1, 2, 7, 8, 7, 8 and 8. 7. Go attack 8. And let's go attack 8. And let's end the turn. I mean, it's not looking great. It's not looking wonderful. Maybe put less red force in there. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let's just go with. We can go with get rush. No, we did not get rush. Trash that. Cancel, block, resolve. Oh, look at that. Looky. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and start with let's start with 1. First off, cancel. Let's go. Give that -1,000, right? So let's do that. I'm not gonna be able to kill him. I should be able to rush. Maybe get an extra attack in on him. Right? So go attack. Oh, I can't because he's 7. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. 4. Attack 9 and a 7. 7 to 7. That was probably the wrong move, but go attack 7 into 7. All right. Let's go with 6. No, we can't go with 6. Cancel. We'll deploy this. Over that. Use card action. Put that over here. Let's go dumpster diving for 12. And let's go dumpster diving for 12. And he just removed. Alright, end the turn. Alright, well. There's maybe a scenario we win here. Maybe. Of course, he's gonna do that. I'll do that. We can't attack. No, he can't attack. Ooh. Let's just go with the let's try action. Resolve. Alright, OBS just connected. That's fun. Means we're running too many things. Alright, let's go ahead. Do that, why not? And we'll deploy a Shanksity Shanks. And we'll start with a 5. And we'll go 12. Great. Attack. 12 into that. Really now. I'm just gonna get rid of the Borsalino either way, right? So now we'll do that, make him have to do the Borsalino. Alright, let's end the turn. Ain't really left to do there. Probably should have swung at life again, forced him to kind of take the life. We'll see how many Borsalinos he's got left in hand. You have to commit some done there. Cancel. Use a 2K. Resolve. 5 into that. Or 10 into that. Yeah, let's just go cancel. Let's use the blocker. Resolve. Another blocker. And another blocker. Wonderful. Wonderful. Alright. I just say we send everything into that, right? Let's deploy him so we don't forget. Do that, minus that. First let's go no. Cancel. I don't want him to use anything yet. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do this. Is it 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Nine, 12 in the life. You have to use some of these guys. Really? Like that. Have to block. Have to block, but you know. Attack with that. Hopefully. We get the win here. I don't know how I super lose. Base power 6,000 or less. I mean, if he attacks with anything, I am really just going to KO that, right? Now I'll KO a blocker. His best bet is playing out blockers. He probably does have math here. To be honest, he's probably got math here. Okay. Again, so he can get like an extra swing or something. Trying to draw. No, he's got one blocker up. Yes. Cancel. Blocker. Resolve. Shit. Should have stopped one of the future attacks there. Cancel. Let's go ahead and block all the attack. Either way, doesn't matter. Off, and now he can only attack with that. Unless he's got something up his sleeve. Nami. Alright, let's just go 7. $15. Awesome. We got it. We got her. Alright. GG. That's a Nami down. For some reason my thing wasn't sending. Alright, back to main. Let's go here. Score the win. Oh, that's a Nami down. Alright, let's get back to our dashboard here. 27 of 32 matches completed. Alright, so we got a little bit of a break. that wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't optimal, but it still worked. So sorry for those that tuned in, and you know, it wasn't working. My audio wasn't apparently working for a little bit, but it's back now. This deck is very much a, what is it called? It's more of a board control. So like I didn't let him keep like anything on the board. So that was the goal. It succeeded. So the problem I think I'm gonna run into here is consistency. I mean, I completely whiffed on that search. However, it did get some cards out of the way that I didn't need. Um, you know, we're 1-0. We started 1-0 and we beat a Nami. So awesome. Great. I don't know if that guy is a good player, a bad player. No clue. No clue. But good games, Yako. That was a great match. Had a good time. All right. Let's see how our YouTube stream is looking here. Let's see how our live stream's looking here. Yeah, all right, cool. My volume's working now. Yeah, it's still a little loud, but our live stream. A little loud for my taste with a little bit of buzz, but it'll work. It'll do. Put that up a little bit. My hat in frame. Keep my hat in frame when I lean. Well, I'll lean back. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Still got 5 matches going. Yeah. It's funny. I haven't been on the stream in a while. So I do wonder, like, if, let's see what they're up to. Let's see. Who was on streams here? Anything? That looks like they were watching a Teach game. Looks like they were watching the Teach game. Now I only get put on stream when I suck. So we beat the Nom Noms. We'll see what round 2 holds in store. The more we win, the better decks we'll play. So we'll see if we can maintain the winning. It's going to be tough today. I don't know the Katakuri matchup, so that's going to be fun. I don't know the, what is it called? I don't really know the kid matchup too well at this point. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Especially if I get matched up against one of these weird starter decks. Green Luffy, I don't know if this build is going to work against the green U Luffy. No clue. No goddamn clue. If we match up against it, I haven't been playing against them good recently at all. And it's mostly because they're not attacking me. Right? So, like, they're not leaving their weenies up to get bopped. And when that happens, there's not really much you can do about it. Turn Ruben down here. When when they're not swinging at you, you can't just pop their guys. So that's sort of what this board removal build is built for. Because they'll get me down to life, and then hopefully I'll see some Fire Fists or two, and be able to pop some easy guys. Having more Hongos and having a bunch of Ace Saba Luffys will allow me to just take care of any Boa like real quick, or if I don't have a pop Shanks in hand. So we kind of changed up the Shanks ratio too. So it's a very, very experimental build at the moment. We got 4 pop shanks and only 3 of the ones that buff you up. So I keep finding them left in hand in this newer meta. So it's I don't know. We'll find out. It's still useful. It's not that it's not useful, but you know, there's other things I'd rather chain out if I can. I'd rather get rid of somebody. I'd rather depopulate the board. That's the problem with the Luffy deck, is it just floods the board. Jinbeis just like flood the board. There's still 3 matches going. So but yeah, so this build, if everything works to plan, which it sort of did last game, if everything goes to plan, you're hitting somebody with this, and then you're popping out your boom boom, or boom boom, like to get rid of a new gate like I just did. In that case I used the Honga real quick, minus him down, and then use the pop shanks, but same concept. I'm just trying to get a -2 or like a -4 on like a 10 cost character that I can then go and trash it with Beckman. So it just makes this part of the deck more consistent. The Rockstar, I don't know why I added this in. It doesn't really protect anything from those gravity blades, but it does protect from is like purple spikes. So that's about it. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, JF? So yeah, I mean, if we get some purple spikes, then and we happen to have this in the hand, we'll play it out against purple. Trying to think of what else kind of just destroys your board. Other red decks, of course, it'll help a little bit. So that's why that's in there, but it's not going to help me from a gravity blade. It will not save me from that. So the hope though is that I'm out of the range of gravity blade. Like I'm using these guys. Hopefully, I'm finding these guys, enough of them off of the searches. If I don't have them in handoff rip, in order to just kind of survive until I get to these dudes up here. So we will see how this goes. Obviously, just be the Nami. Are you cracked? No, I'm not cracked. Where I'm not a bad player. I'm not a terrible player. Um, I have some wins over some decent and high ranked players. Consistency is my issue. Like, this is not a consistent build. This is a test build. So, no, I would not call myself cracked at this game. Best I've done in one of these cups is 4-2. Beat a couple dudes on the way to that, and that was with Ace back in 15. So, every now and then I think I've matched it one other time, but I mostly go 3-3 in these. Oh yeah, I definitely collect. I collect. In fact, I just traded in a bunch of Pokemon cards yesterday. Not only did I walk in or walk out with it with some cash in hand as well, to to be able to go and upgrade some of the business stuff, but also I was able to trade them for some cards. Um, and pretty much alt out, not fully alt out, but mostly alt out the Shanks deck. So yeah, this is like my pet deck. I'm probably gonna keep this going. I got a feeling you'll have a bounce back a little bit in 17, maybe. I mean, it's got 2 more years of use. Most of these cards, they're mostly rotation 3, so and above. Like the only ones that not are this Fire Fist and this Shanks. So this Shanks will go away. So if they get rid of this Shanks, this deck is in pretty poor shape. If they don't replace it with something, um, I don't know if they will, because it seems like they're kind of pushing for what is it called? They're kind of pushing for the green Shanks, which I will definitely be building. That'll be my OP17 deck for sure, and deck for a while going forward is looking very strong. So, but I was able to pick up like an Alt Roger and I was able to pick up one of those what is it called, extended our foil the one rings. So I was pretty happy with that. I'd rather have those cards or cards I can play with. So I collect, but I also like collecting cards that I can actually use. Um, so if you can get like the rarest value of something and keep it in pretty good shape, you can still use it. And then if you ever want to sell it, lightly played is not that much less than what is it called, a near mint, and some of them are indistinguishable. Yeah, this is OPO9 Shanks. OPO9 Shanks. So this is this will probably be better in stuff like the extended format when it starts getting rotated out, because there's a lot of really good red cards. There's a lot of really good banned red cards. So Luffy, Robin, Buggy, Shanks leader. Yeah, I kept like my leaders that I liked. I've got some alt leaders. Like I got alt Blackbeard, the newer one. I got like a couple of the alts out of the new box. Um, and then mostly like I had some one posters. I traded those in. I fell out of love with the Kaido poster, so that was one of the ones I traded in. But yeah, that one, and then like the Shanks cards just looked cool. So if I can get one of the basically if I can get one of like the more rare ones, I'd love that. I'll probably try to alt out. What is it called? Oh, I don't have any of those. I don't have any Zoro Joros, bro. That's nice. Yeah, I'm saving a bit for OP17 too. I partially used some store credit for that as well. So that I'm looking forward to that. I really want pretty much green Shanks all day. I hope I pull nothing but green Shanks stuff out of there, and the rare Zoro card, because I use that Zoro card in like all of my red decks. So if I could grab that, or what I might do is if I get that one, I'll sell it, take the extra cash, and get the lesser version. That's still I'd be interested in any alt arts from him, but we'll see if he's yet to be built. I'm pretty dead set on the green Shanks, but we'll see. We'll see. Trying to learn to play, but not sure what leader to choose. I would use the sim, test out. Um, God, I'm dropping terrible frame rates. Let me fix my frame rates real quick. I'm dropping. What is going on with my frame rate? Let's try to reset my internet real quick. Why is it on Wi-Fi? Why is it on Wi-Fi? And that would explain a lot. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Yeah, for some reason, I never lost it here on Twitch. But definitely getting some problems with my settings here. I can't believe there's still one more match going. All right. Anyway, I don't know when I cut out. I just noticed my frame rates dropped pretty bad. So I had to reset my internet real quick. But yeah. So you said you're trying to learn how to play and not sure what leader to use. What I would do in your case is start testing out different play styles. So there's some decks that are slower than others. There's some that are more aggressive. The hardest thing to do will be learning the mechanics. Um, a good deck for me when I first started was like Emu, because not only was it like cheap, but it was also a meta deck at the time. The whole thing was like $60 to put together. I think now it's even cheaper. It's not meta anymore, but it would still teach you a lot of the mechanics of the game. Um, there's also complicated decks that'll make you learn real quick, like Rosinante. A lot of sequencing in that, a lot of different effects, a lot of Don minus, do this, do that, do that. Um, Enel is another one, but also another expensive deck. I would probably start with like, one of the cheaper starter deck situations. Um, and then kind of go from there. But test it out on the sim first. Like go to like Eggman events or go to Cardi Kaizoku. Look at builds that you might have some interest in, and then go from there. Like see what the ratios are winning against certain leaders, Or you could just pick a favorite. Honestly, this is what Shanks is for me. You just pick a favorite that you're having fun with, and you try to make it work into, you know, whatever meta is currently going on. So this was at the top of, at its top peak in this current meta. This was like number like 10 or something, 11, because it was getting like a couple results here and there. Oh, we finally got round two. So hold up, I'll keep talking in a second. I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Am I on? Yes, I'm on the left. So we got a stream. We got a stream. T Sams. Let's copy this dude. Click name to copy. Let's go and oh my god, where's my Discord? Where's my Discord? Alright, let's go with this. Oh, I gotta add him. Ah. Alright, so now let's go back. Let's create multiplayer, private. I think it's a private standard at this point. Yeah, host private standard game. God, sometimes I'm so slow with this Discord. And boom. All right, now we need the screen share. So what table were we? We were table 16. Table 16. All right, so we gotta go to table 16 here. And we gotta share our screen. Cool. I don't even know who we're playing yet. Just that. All right, cool. All right. The reveal is, oh god, Katakuri. All right, so I don't know. I don't believe this matchup is favored for me. Nor do I know like what is what the proper even. I know he plays out a lot of weird bodies. So we'll figure that out as we go. This will be a very reactionary game. Very, very reactionary game. So he chose to go first, which sort of fucks me because I think that's what he wants. I think I want to go first to have a chance, but we'll see here. I'm not playing a usual build, so maybe he won't be expecting this. Now, can we work with this off the bat? And I don't think they have 2-4, so there's nothing we could do for like 2 turns. But we would have a pretty good late game setup here. All right, let's mulligan that. Yeah, it's a little better. At least I got a play there. We got our Fire Fist ready to go. We just got nothing to KO anything with. So hopefully we run into some KO stuff on our way to a win here. We got nothing to play. So we do have a couple Shankses now. It's a shame so this is the shortcoming of this deck is right now is that there's not a lot of search, so I'm sort of stuck with what I got. And I got a feeling Katakuri's not going to be very nice to me. I'm not going to get a lot of time to figure this out. I'm so bad at typing. I love this keyboard, but it is so just annoying with that shit. All right, so what do we want to do here? Sort of want to save the 2Ks. Yeah, we can take an early. We can take something early. Okay, good. Now we got that. Now we're cooking a little bit. Now we're cooking a little bit. So activate main. Rest this character. Look at top of your opponent's deck. I mean, he's fine looking at my deck. I mean, I really don't. It's not going to change my game plan. It's going to obviously affect his if he knows what I got going on. But I think for right now, we'll do this. Let's go attack 5 into that. And then we'll deploy this Shanks. Yeah, we'll deploy that, Shanks, and end the turn. Alright, so yeah, these things are annoying. These are the annoying things. What do we want to do here? We could just reduce and block, right? So use card action, that. Oh my god. Block, resolve. Okay, still got life here. Let's go. Just not getting, I'm not seeing my trash. Like I would love to be able to get rid of him right now. I would love that. Hopefully we run into something. Let's go with that. Deploy that out. End our turn here. Yeah, this is not gonna get any easier. Okay, oh yeah, I need to trash him. I need to trash him. 7. We could do that and then block. We could do this. Yeah. Yeah, use card action. That. And then cancel, and then no blocker, 2K resolve. And I need to go for 6 into that. Yeah, that's getting chucked on there. Yep. Alright. I need to save one of these things in case I... There we go. That's my man. That's what we were looking for. Okay. If I had the fucking, what is it called? Can't find my stage now. Now I just need my dang stage. That's 4,000. Alright, here's a positive, is that I can do it next turn if I want to. It's a shame I can't get it done right now. Absolute shame. So I think what my best bet here to do would be go... Let's deploy Zoro. Let's do this. Let's take a swing for 8. See what he decides to do here. Right, and we'll end that turn. Now we can choose to trash something next turn. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Ugh. Shit. Shit. Well, that should still work, right? That should still work, so... Cancel that. Cancel this. No blocker. And we'll 2K out. Resolve. Oh, he went for it. He went for it. Okay. And then, yeah, 6, 7, 8. Blocker resolve. Alright, we can use that. Oh, well, now we can't do anything. Except for that. And playing that. Okay. Alright, so we had a little more options than I thought he did. So here's the deal. We could do this. Give it a minus 4,000. And then we can go ahead and trash that one, right? You'll leave me blockerless? That's the issue. Let's try this. Let's go. Deploy this. Use card action. Let's get the Shanks out, right? Now. Let's go 7, 8. Because I want him to have to block and take something, right? Not quite sure I'm playing this matchup right, but I'm also not getting the best help at the moment. Oh, I took that one. Maybe go ahead and attack with that one. Okay. Well, look, I think here's the thing. If I attack with that, he's going to be able to, he's going to get something off the board, right? I want him to have to spend Dawn in order to do that. I'm trashing one of those blockers next turn. He's not going at me. Dude, let's go end turn. Let's leave him at 1 life. Yeah, maybe a bad idea. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep, should have swung. Should have swung. Shit. Shit. Yep, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Alright, he's gonna kill off a bunch of my guys, isn't he? Damn, I forgot about this card. Alright. Do this. Let's go cancel. Blocker. And boom. Resolve. 8. Is there a way to go unblockable? Block resolve. I should have swung. Yeah, he just gets to restand them, yeah. Yep. Okay. Our only chance here right now is, say, we gotta deploy this. And deploy this. Use the card action. We need to take out one of these attackers. Right. So do this. Take out one of those. Alright. Now we'll go attack 5. Go attacking 9. Right. Now we deploy that. And we end the turn. It's been a little annoying. Alright. Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna be able to get it. 12, I'm not gonna be able to stop. Cancel. Resolve. Gonna be tough. Gonna be tough. Alright, we get down to 8. We get down to 6. I get down to 6. He's got this. He's got it. For sure. Yeah, that's for fucking sure. He's got it. Cancel, cancel. Block. That's game. That's game. That's game. Bum. A blocker. Bum. Concede. Alright, well, that's what we were afraid of, is a Catty Curry. Nope, didn't work. Did not work well against Catty Curry. It's that consistency. Now, had I hit the Beckmans earlier, we're talking a different story here. I was not able to find the removal, so I need to figure out a better way of getting the removal down. I think maybe we take, I wish I could do it now, but we're mid-tournament, but maybe we take, I haven't seen a single freaking rock star. So, I don't know, maybe we go ahead and take those out, put some searchers back in. Once again, I won't see those again, but maybe we minimize, because these are just chilling in the hand right now, right? And I didn't see a single red force. So I think we can take these out, add some searchers back in. And yeah. But we're definitely not going to win today. We're 1-1. We are 1-1. So is what it is on that. We'll see how he does in the tournament in general. He's now 2-0. So, which means nothing because I've started 3-0 before. So, it don't mean anything. What will be interesting is what random good player that lost that I'll be playing because they're also 1-1 and they played some, you know, ridiculous other player. I don't know why my timer just started at that, but about half the matches are complete. Beat a Giaco. How's he doing? How's Giaco doing? Or the dashboard. Let's see if we can see the pairings here. Let's see if we can do the pairings. Yeah. Ugh. Rick Master. See, this is where I'll get. I'll face Rick Master Flash while I'm using an experimental Shanks deck. That's what will happen. So I'll get somebody like this who's a top player in the world because they happen to be 1-1 right now. Yeah, that guy's now 2-0. Maybe he's a good guy. Snorlax still playing his game. The Munchy Munchlax. I'm sure he's probably on RG Luffy. If I had to guess. Who else is in here that I recognize? Some of these guys have hit me up actually to be in my little tournament I'm throwing. I do recognize a couple of these names here. No hashtag today. Different, a little bit different crowd. A little bit different crowd today. That's for sure. If I was on stream, I'm always on stream when I suck. Let's see if I was on the stream. Nope, wasn't on the stream. Yo, I love that Dawn though. What is that? Oh wait, that's not it. Go back to the Dawn. Let's see what the Dawn looks like. Oh, that. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I might do something like that. Japanese inspired thing. Made their own manga Dawn cards. You know what that? I mean, the problem is that picking up the detail, you know, on the larger screen, that's the issue. Honestly, is it's hard enough to read everything as is. So what do we got here? We got Rosinante versus an RG Luffy. I don't know what. I don't even know. Oh, that's Munchlax right there, and that's fancy Munchlax. Now let's see. It annoys me, and he doesn't even have it out right now. Somehow he got the whale off. Either he got the whale off the board. I don't know, or he never played it to begin with. I have not played a Luffy yet where an RG Luffy yet that didn't, you know. I don't think we need these. Like, I just don't think they're gonna be necessary because they don't protect anything from. They're useful against purple decks, right? So, but that one didn't even spike me. So, if Rosinante is the only thing I gotta worry about spiking me, and I'm fucked against Gravity Blades anyway. Hey, what's up, Casiros? Then I'm not sure if I need this in this board removal build. I think next time we run this, say if we join one next week, you know, next weekend. Or not next weekend, but like next Mondays, I think we'll refine this a little bit. I think we'll get the rock stars out. I didn't mind the Zoro being in there, but these fire fists were just kind of bricks. They did not do the intended job. The stream's going well. I'm 1-1 currently. Testing out a weird board removal build here for Shanks. So, but yeah, I think what we'll do next time is yeah, we'll take out the fire fists and the rock stars, and we'll try to find a different thing. Maybe we'll add one more red force I don't know. Say we did something like this. I mean, get those out of there. Unfortunately, they're just not working the way they were intended to. The red forces were fine. Um, fight. We'll fight you is like what it's called. Yeah, like say we added the two of those back in. And then we would just be looking for like two cards that I don't know, either the other Fire Fist, or we just add two more searchers, or we add the laws in, to get some more minus in there. The problem with the law is yeah. So I play a lot of video games. So right now we're working through Lego Batman. If you check the catalog, you can find the longer format ones. But yeah, we play a lot of video games too, and we're also organizing a tournament right now. We got a couple other streamers that have hit me up and are willing to be participants. I'm just trying to round out the the format because I'm gonna have to do a lot of work and a lot of art changing, and then two, story mode games like RD2 and Elden Ring. You know what's funny is I have not gotten into the Souls likes. I like they never really appeal to me. Not that I don't like watching them being played, but I find them very stressful. So like I've avoided games like Jedi Survivor. I've avoided anything that's like that. I don't know. I don't like it. I should say it's not that I don't like it. I just like I don't like playing them. I find it stressful. Um, but I always find like chaotic games like that stressful off the bat, and then I find myself having fun. So maybe I just haven't given it the proper try. Um, the precise timing thing is as you get older, the reaction time's slow. Customization of your channel. I already have customization on my channel, so not really looking to pay anybody. I'm a graphic designer myself. I designed the whole board that I play on here. I designed the graphics. Yeah, I do animation, all that stuff. So, yep. Not believe their game is still going on. The Munchlax is slowly losing though. Slowly losing. The funny story, I helped Mr. Noise correct his setup because he was having trouble with his connection. So we figured that out for him. And now he's streaming better than ever. Streaming better than ever. So yeah, we're sort of just waiting right now on the what is it called? In case I play a green blue Luffy. Yeah, we're kind of waiting on what is it called? These rounds to finish up here. So I guess we can. One game. This is literally the last game. So we should be getting something soon here. Once again, there we go. That was a much better starting hand. So I need like a starting hand like this because there's not enough consistency in this current build. I need to add the searchers back in. Definitely to add searchers back in. Maybe start going first against this dude. All right, let's go with that. End the turn. Not that we super need him. I just don't want to have the less chance I have of whiffing, the better. When I actually do go to search. So we shall see. We shall see. I'll have plenty of time. He's not going to swing at me anyway the first turn with a character that he plays down, which is actually very annoying. Very, very annoying. At least that's been the strat recently from these decks is like, don't swing using the thing that you played first. Why? I don't know. I don't know. But this is where like a lot of people would play, say like a you know, a Kobe out on this next turn. Interesting. They just gave up. I guess they didn't like. Yeah, their hand looked like, well, they could have done something. What's their problem? I don't know what their issue was. I don't know what their issue was. Boa, I know that's just a luck matchup. Teach is beatable. Maybe not with this build, but Teach is very beatable. Let's do this. See if we can get into this game. Nope. Nope. A Kuzan, since we might face a Kuzan. Nope. Not that one either. Oh no, okay, never mind. We got our matchup. We got our matchup versus Kungar. And knowing me, will probably be on the what's it called? I never did disconnect the thing. I never did hang up. Alright, round 3. Are we on the left? Man, give me a buy. One and whatever. Don't see me on that side. Don't see me on either side. Oh, I'm on the right. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll see what he's got. We'll see what he's got for us. Good, you just stopped playing the game. No, I didn't. You mean start? No, I didn't stop. Didn't stop. that was only a regular game. That wasn't a, what is it called? That wasn't a Chinoize Cup game. Now we finally got our Chinoize Cup game. So we're waiting to get our code. Let's see. Share code. Looks like I've been tagged. Yep. All right. I was tagged. Few minutes rest and go. What? What? I'm just like, oh, I mean, I play right now. We're playing through Lego Batman. I'm doing One Piece. The next game I'll probably play through, even though I'm all late to him, is 007. I finally figured out how to stream 4K without losing all my dang frame rate. So we're a little behind, but we'll get them out eventually. Then we're doing a lot of different content reviews. I got some edited content. We'll be throwing some tournaments. But I play on those, so RPGs, first person shooters. I used to be a FIFA addict. So I mean, is this guy asking me to, I don't know what this man's doing. 11 new mentions. Yeah, all on the YouTube channel. All in the YouTube channel. All right, let's see if this guy's good, because I don't know what. I guess he's taking a break. I guess that's what he's doing. Did he tag me earlier? No, he didn't tag me earlier. We got our code. Go ahead and, man, oh, I knew that was gonna happen because it won't let me do that. All right. Oh my God. Join that. Oh, fun. All right, let's go second. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's playable. It's playable. So we'll keep it. I don't have any of the searchers, which sucks, but hopefully we run into some shanks along the way. If we could draw them, that would be wonderful. Um, well, I'll play with friends if they are ever available with their wives. I'd love to. So, but yeah, we'll be playing with random people. We'll be playing with friends. I've got in the tournament. I've got some small to medium streamers that'll be involved in the tournament that I got going on that I'm building. So we will. So I don't want to just take this off the bat. I don't want to get out of it. We'll take it. Good. We got a Shanks finally. Wonderful. And we got that. Okay. So once again, not helpful for me unless I'm like, you know, trying to. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and attack 5 into der. And then we'll deploy that and end the turn. I mean, I probably should have deployed this Shanks, but I want to get rid of this while I can. You may run the top part of your life to whatever instead. Alright, right in the heels. So this is like an invincible law. I hate these things. Let's go with the cancels. Just block. So let's try to get him off the board. He's probably gonna take the life. Yep, because then he'll just heal. And I get that out. And then he'll attack me for that. And we want to get out of it. And use card action there. No blocker. Let's just use the other one of these dudes. Resolve that. I really don't want to, but I can't go down that quickly. We can't go down that quickly. 6. Playing with 6 here. We got a blocker there. We can go 7. Yeah, like here. I'll cancel. We could go, I don't know, minus that. That. And then go 7. Uh, 7 at 7 to 5. Try to get the life down. I mean, like, he was just gonna do that anyway, right? He was just gonna do that anyway. But I might want to do. No, I want to get this out, and we'll end the turn. I don't know how we're gonna do in this game. I'm not a huge fan of playing this matchup, even with a actually tested deck. I just love play GT games. You play with. Yeah. Oh, you do. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, dude, GTA 6 is gonna be awesome. That is definitely some content that we'll be getting into leading up to GTA 6 release. Yeah, let's just go ahead and we'll use this. We'll trash that to get that down. Cancel the block. Resolve. We're gonna take damage here. Anyway, so we might as well. I don't have enough to just get rid of the Rosie Law. That is the problem. And now we got another one out there. Oh, I'm gonna get my butt kicked so hard on this. And here comes this. What do we do? I mean, we're gonna have to take one, right? So Use card action, that. No blocker. Let's resolve that. And then we'll take this hit. Alright, it gives us a different option on this play. Of course, we could also play that. But this is going to give us more of an attacking option off the bat. So I think what we do is... it goes down to 7. And I've still got 8s coming back at me. Let's deploy that. Let's get that. 7 and 8. There you go. The rush with that guy. So you 7, 8. 8 and a 6. Let's go. Tag 9 into let's go 9 and a 6. All right, and we got 7, 8. Go minus that. And that. Probably the wrong move, but let's do that. And he does that. Okay. Great. Just wonderful. Just wonderful. Hey, dude, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I try to make it. I've been streaming for about 2 months now. Yeah, I mean, I try to make it peaceful. I try to make it a little funny. You know, I just try to be me. So we will. Oh no, oh no. He's doing that, and I guess he's gonna take another one into it. But we could go. He's going to get this. That's the problem. He's going to get this, dude. Let's do this. Let's trash that. Minus that. Use the card action. No blocker. Resolve. And he's gonna add a whole bunch to that. Gonna add a whole bunch. I mean, I do my own graphic design. I mean, you're more than welcome to share it, but you know, I just I don't super need it at the moment. So, you know, so I gotta try to save him. Got one more swing at him. He's gonna 9. No blocker. Resolve that. Of course. Of course. All right. Decisions. All right. Here's what we could do. Could go out 10. And we swing, 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 right? I think we go ahead and do an attack here. Forgot that I had that. All right. Here's the thing. We trashed that. We still can't do anything else for the play, right? So I think what we do is we do like the minus this. Give it to one of these dudes. Deploy the that. Let's go. Attack 9. Attacking 9 into 6 into 5. 9 into 7. Go with this. Let's go attack that. Into that. You're just gonna do that, right? Attack that. Into let's go popping it into popping into that. Let's get the Borsalino off. I don't think he's gonna let the Borsalino live. Unless he's going for life next turn. Right, so let's end that. I mean, we can get out of 2 attacks here. We can get out of 2 attacks. I got a whole bunch of blockers. We have no way to go unblockable. And we haven't, you know, what is it called? We haven't figured out. And what I can do is, if he does attack here, I can say maybe trash a blocker. Depending on what he does here, we can maybe trash one of these blockers. Oh god, get a Sakazuki. This is where Rockstar is needed because he's gonna Mamarag in my. Ay. Now he's just gonna take swings at my Shanks. He's got 7s on 6s. Right. Do this. Trash that. Cancel no blocker resolve. Of course. Of course. 6. At least an 8. At least a 7, 8, 9 coming in at it. He's gonna what? Chuck 2 here. 7. Damn it. Oh, I'm just like 1 fucking short. blocker. He's gonna have to swing with that. Then he's got no blockers up. Then he's got no blockers up. Yep, going for it. Yeah, the last attack. That doesn't help. All right, what can we even up here? Blocking that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can go. It'd be 4 to get it to 9, right? Maybe 4. Get it to 9. We got 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. I think we go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 12, 12. 7, 9, 11. Let's try. Let's see if he's got it. I got it. Yep, he's got it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dang. All right. All right. Let's see. Because here's the problem: is that he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. You know. Yeah, just enough. Maybe I should have gone 11. Like, I wonder if there was a way to split that in a way. I just need one more counter. I just needed one more counter. One counter short. Clearly one counter short. If I'd had my Shanks, I would have gotten it. Deciding to put that blocker up was disappointing. Disappointing. That should have been. should have been, you know. One of these is just a fucking counter. One of these, this is just a counter. I get out of it. No, I believe he had just enough. Just enough counter. Very disappointing. All right. Wait. Yeah, it's fine, man. Just put the link in there. Put the link in the chat, and I'll check it out. All right. I mean, if you got one less counter, we're good. One less counter, we're good. That was so close. Those are all 2Ks. It's crazy. Those are all 2Ks. Yeah, just enough. Just enough to get out. One less card in hand. And we got that. Very, very disappointing. All right, well, 1 and 2. See, like I'm saying, that, and that's without the deck being consistent. So, like, if it can take on the Rosinante and we're just literally 1 card short, that's, you know, yes, he outplayed us. But 1 card short, I feel like we're not far off with this testing build. I mean, these are top people, you know, that compete in these things. This Rockstar's not doing anything. And these Fire Fists aren't doing anything. The Red Force is fine. What would we add is the question. Like, you know, I'm trying to figure out. Obviously, more counter would help. I mean, I think what we would do is run this, put the Searchers back in here. So, get the consistency back. Or, I mean, honestly, if those were blockers, it would have helped too. I don't know if we go blockers or if we go to Searchers. And then, I don't know, there's this Chopper that's also a blocker and a 2K. And then, of course, there's the Utas. This might have to be the build going forward, just to kind of add some consistency back to the deck. But even then, like, that wasn't the issue. It was not being able to actually get the minuses off. So do we go with Laws instead of Utas? I don't know. We'll be fine later. We'll call this build Shanks. We'll call this 16.5. All right. But we're still gonna use our old build. We're gonna have to live with our bricks. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to live with our bricks for the moment. So, all right, we'll try to get back to 2 and 2. We'll try to claw our way. Maybe we'll see another easy Nami or something that's a simple thing. Kungar, I don't know if he's good or not, but even if he is, we took that Rosinante down to the wire, and like 1 more blocker out. If I were able to play that blocker, but even then I had to attack. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this Kungar guy does. A lot of people start 1-1. A lot of people start 1-1. Now the best we can do is 4-2. 3-3 is usually where we freaking end up. So, you know, we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll start testing it with some different variations there with the searchers. We'll try it. We need more board removal with this new meta. The board removal is like key. So it's not small guys. I'm not worried about the chump decks. I don't think the green blue Luffy is going to be as big as an obstacle as like the Mihawks and etc. And if you can kind of mitigate the Mihawk top end, then all they're really doing is resting you and going after your board, right? So the goal there is to, you know, is to try to have enough blockers on the field. It's a tough matchup. It's not fun. We'll probably play one today because I'm sure there's a couple people that aren't as familiar with their builds, and you know, they will inevitably lose a couple as they're learning. So I'm always happy going 3-3. I'm never last place in these things, right? So, you know, I'm not an O and whatever guy in these Chinoize Cups. But with that being said, I need to get like a top finish. I really want a top finish at some point. I don't really use the decks to get a top finish. That's the thing, because I use the off meta rogue decks. But we'll find out. I haven't seen me lose on stream yet, so that's God. There's a couple other Sabos. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of random stuff in here, to be honest. Yes, they're just following Munchlax at the moment on his journey. No, that's somebody else. That one's somebody else. Oh my god. I do desire. All right. I need to turn that down a little bit. Just a tad. I don't like that it's dropping down so much. Like, we're probably not dropping frames. Let's see if we're stuttering frames here. We go back to our thing here. No, not stuttering frames. Not the 4K looking. No, it's just occasional drops in frame rate. It's not really hurting it too bad. Need more memory. We need memory. Need to trade in some cards for memory cards. That'll maybe help. Back to the noise cup. Oh god. Gail Sonnen. Yeah. Too loud, too loud. Wonder if we got our next round. Yeah, let's check. Nope. Still got one more match to complete. Uno more match. Let's see. So that's what I'm talking about. He's mentioning sequencing turns properly. And that's my issue. That's my main issue, is sequencing turns properly. So we'll see where we get in this. Let's see. Like, I don't want to what is it called? I don't want to like open up the Chinoize Cup on here, because then I might get more of a spike in lag. Like we could go to the online. Where is my online setting? Oh, there we go. There's the opera. We also could think longer in our games. Let's see, opera. What does that look like? Doesn't look any different. Just me smaller. Just me smaller. I'm gonna have to fix that one. It's funny. Like a blank window. Alright. Yes. Any updates yet? Any updates? Oh, we got our Creminator. Never heard of him. Probably using a new starter deck, right? Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Any new things? Of course, I don't get a bind. Of course, I'm on the left. Table 18. So we're on the left at table 18. So let's go to table 18. Let's share the screen. Let's do that. Then we'll go to our this. Click the copy. Cool. Multiplayer, private. Host private standard game. Back to the Discord. Share the code. Go at Emanator. Copy that to the keyboard. And here and the boom. And we're in. And we're in. Alright, let's try to even up. Let's find out what our matchup even is. Hopefully it is something that we have played before and we actually know the matchup for it. But knowing my luck, it'll be like a Katakuri, a something else, or a kid, a useless Captain Kid, that new one, or one of the greens. One of them green decks. And now might be one. The matchups aren't easy. Let's just put it this way. Shanks matchups are not easy. You gotta play them right. You gotta know the deck very well. And like I said, we're missing consistency in this deck. So, setting up a relay room. I've sent it. It's on him. It's on him at this point. To go and get his code. So we'll see when he pops in. We'll see him when he pops in. Who knows? If we win, we might stay on. I mean, if we win, we'll stay on. If we lose, I don't know. We usually just go 3-3, so it's like just like an extra 2 hours of streaming. You know, just to go 3-3 anyway. And it's not like you get any more points once you get a third win. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Maybe my guy. I mean, usually it's not just a free win, but we'll see when he joins. Who's the Shanks? Oh, Shanks legal in this? Yeah, those are Mihawks, right? Yeah, those are Mihawks. Has some weird custom art. Oh, he joined. He joined. Oh, God. Yep, there he is. There he is. All right. You know, this actually isn't awful to start, so let's keep that. Let's keep that. We'll deploy to that. We'll grab to that. We'll return the cards to that, and we'll end the turn. He is. Hola. Yeah, so he's running the Wano shit, so. He running the Wano stuff, so, and we don't have any of our trashy trash things. So this is where we're gonna struggle with this inconsistency. If I don't see, I got the top end ones. If I don't see the lower end ones, though, we're kind of screwed. When it comes to these long beppos, a little bit later. So we shall see. Of course, no red forest off the bat. May have to find alternate ways to minus play people. Like board control, I feel like is going to be our friend here. Board control while building up big characters, and then being able to swing large. Like right now, the Lin Lin is a nightmare to play against because she just goes super wide, and then it's like 8,000, so nothing trashes it, right? Only these work on the Lin Lin. Oh shit, I gotta end the turn. Oh, fuck. I didn't play anything. Or attack. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Oh, that was a problem. Alright. Well, see that will be on. It's whatever. Go ahead. Thing. We weren't gonna win anyway, but that's definitely not gonna hat. Hey, thanks. Alright, well he took pity on this. Alright, so we got 5. Go ahead. He's got this extra 6. So, I think we go that. The counter out. Oh, he took it. Awesome. The only question is, do we play out this lucky Roo, or do we play out this? I think we play out the Roo and the turn, and then maybe we can get whatever. Hopefully 6K he gets off the board here. Yeah, there's that. So at least if he attacks, we can get rid of that, which he's going to. So cancel, block, resolve, and we'll get rid of him. Not that it's gonna hugely matter there. I think we go 1, 2, 3. Send an 8 into the life. Here's the thing, we play one of that minus down to 5. We're gonna need that later. So 1, 2, 3. We'll go tag that into 8. 8. It'd be 8, 9, 10 in the 6. It'd be 10 in the 6. Let's go. I mean, if I had the freaking Red Force out there, I'd do it. To be honest. But we can always try something crazy like that the next turn. Right now we'll deploy that and then that. Alright. I don't know how he still doesn't have what he's looking for here. Ooh, can't rest. Wonderful. Well, we'll take a couple hits here. Yeah, what's going on here? What is that? You rest one side, you can draw 2 cards, right? Right, that's a thing. I forgot. I forgot that that's a thing. Yeah, will you be my samurai? Off any boat. See, this is like this. The stages are possibly what I'd want it to like. 9. Yeah, 9. We'll just take. Resolve that. Banish the rock star. Wonderful. Wonderful. We could do. I think a better option is just the trash a Beckman. Trash that, do that. Cancel. Ah, shit. Ah, man. I am all over the place with the misclicks today. All over the place with the misclicks. Alright, you know what? Let's just take the attack. Oh, I've already lost focus. I've already lost so much focus. What did I even do that for? Oh my god. I forgot. And yeah, I should have just... Okay, we got 9. You don't have anything that's really fucking perspective. We gotta play this. Play that out. Hack that into, I don't know, one of these freaking things. They can't rest any more of these motherfuckers. Let's go 7. 7 into 7 to 6. Yay. Yeah, I mean, that was a life I did not need to take, but I took it anyway. So not only is this a tough matchup, but we have severely handicapped ourselves just by misclicking and being an idiot. So I don't see this one going very well here. Cancel, no blocker, resolve. Let him have it. There goes that out. There goes that, no rest. Yep. And boop, boop. We're going to attack. Or nope, just that one. No, that one and that one. So we're going to get a couple more off of me now. Get a couple more off of me now. At least we'll be able to kill something next turn. 10,000. Get it down to 9. Get just fucking cancel on the blocker resolve. Great, didn't need that anyway. Not like I needed that. 8. Cancel, just cancel. A blocker, resolve. Alright, and then he's got what? He's doing that. Alright. I mean, we could have it go down to 8. 8. Cancel. No blocker. Resolve that. Problem is now we're not going to be able to get rid of these law and Beppos, which is the annoying part. But we can take that out. And then we can maybe go swinging at that. Let's go deploy, use card action. Let's get this out. Let's kill that. Then let's go, I want to guarantee. 11 and a 7. 9 and this, or 8 and 6. That one heal. Oh no, he didn't save it at all. Okay. End the turn. Right. L right. Now this is where I need a fucking red force. Go ahead and roll, block, resolve. Right. That's what I figured. Just cancel the blocker, resolve. Not what we needed. Not what we needed. Sort of what we needed. But without the ability to minus anything because we lost our fucking red rock. Dang it. Dang it. And that guy's arrested. Alright. Let's go ahead. I could try, because we're going after that anyway. Alright, let's deploy that, use the card action, that, get rid of him. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 9 and the 8. Alright, I mean, we could go 10 and the 8 again. I don't think it's worth it. Then he's gonna hit me with that. And I sort of like my guys on the field. This is where that extra life is killing me right now. This is where it's killing me. Because I'd have 2 life left. And, you know, you'd be in a much better position. You know, there's another long Beppo. Problem is, he's gonna get one good swing at that Shanks. He's probably going to me. And 12 is what he's coming at me with. Can I get out of one of these? Down to 9. Down to 7. Is it down to 9 and then 7? I can't get out of it. Just cancel. Cancel that. Resolve. And he's gonna send the 12 at that. Or 11 at that. Once again, we can't get it. Down to 10. Down to 8. And then I can only get up to 6. So crap. Let's just go ahead, cancel. Cancel. Oh, blocker. Let's resolve it. No trigger that, of course. Of course. And of course. Okay. So this is where we needed those we needed that red force. It's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. And we trashed. I mean, we could have done this and trashed him. Got no way to get a blocker out of here. We can get this up to 7. Deploy that. Go up to 7. And we got 1, 2. We go 4. We can try going. Try doing that at that. But I gather he's going to get out of it somehow. All right. Then we go dumpster diving with him. Let's try to get closer for next turn. And we lose. Because, of course, he triggers an electrical Luna. Alright. Alright. Well, maybe it's 7, you know. So look, I mean, the goal there, and here's where I say that it has potential. Because if I can increase that consistency where I'm able to play out the Hongo, I'm able to play out the this. You know, I'm finding the searcher. Maybe we add the searchers back. The problem with the searchers is you gotta play them before the 10 dawn turn, because if you play them, yeah, I mean, it's not technically you have to, but like, I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way to make this more successful. We're so close. Like, we're getting one. We should have had an extra life there. Two. I mean, maybe even two extra lives. But it's not far off. It's not far off. There's got to be a way to keep to reduce these guys down. Maybe it's maybe there's some zero. There are some zero consequences. It stores the future, doesn't it? It that minuses and gives me a buff. Okay. Uh, what if we went? Wait a second. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait. So if we went, get these out of here. Get those out of there. Distorted futures. Eternal, they get to one of your opponents minus 3,000 power during this turn. And then you're messing some dudes up, right? And you got some counter. And you got some counter. Okay, now we might be cooking a little bit. We add these in. Get the searchers going. Like, the red force can help. The red force can help. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just annoying. We gotta figure out a way to modify this deck so it's better. So the distorted futures for the board removal, get the red forces out. The searchers, we need. Hopefully, two more will make this a little more consistent, search wise. Like, you need to find these distorted futures to get this to work. So you gotta run into them naturally. Run into them naturally. Like, I wonder if we're almost off, like, better off running, you know, what is it called? Like, the all-in-one searcher, the one that, like, gets you anything that's 4 cost and above, right? Like, I wonder if we're just better off running this. Like, if we ran these instead of that, right? And it doesn't find that anyway. Don't find that anyway. But it could find that. Would help in finding the other stuff that's like not you know, I mean, say you need a Zoro, right? It would help you find a Zoro. I don't know. Maybe we'll finish. Yeah, I think we'll just drop at this point. How's everybody doing here? What's the standings going on? Anybody that we played at the top here? Yep, Sam's. All right. So like we played some good players. At least we can you know, go with our head held high that we're not using the meta deck. You know, we're still competing out here. We're still competing. I mean, this deck is a work in progress, right? So, work in progress. Now, what I was sort of interested to see if we could like grab the only carry base cost of 1, gain 5,000 power. So we'd have to actually like swing at my dudes with legitimate dudes. Still doesn't help them cost wise, but it would protect them. I just don't feel like wasting a turn on that card. Man, Skeptics don't like my background. Man, they're talking about me on stream. How long are they watching my match for? They weren't. All right, we got a game anyway. All right, let's save this version. Go back to the lobby. Oh, it looks fine. It looks fine. It looks fine. All right. What do we got here? What do we got here? Chinoize Cup. What side are we on? All right, yeah, this will just be our last game. We're not even on the. We gotta leave the lobby though. Can't get out of the Discord. Yeah, because we were streaming. Of course, we're not saying anything about my play. Yeah, we didn't find. Yeah, they're just roasting me. I mean, it didn't go. I didn't find any of my reduction there. Let's see, anybody? We got how's Kaido Pato doing? Let's see if I don't know, let's see if we can even it up. He's 2-2, so he's already got a better record than us, right? We are waiting for a thing. He hasn't sent us a thing here. And maybe he's just taking a break. Hey, Charlie. Yeah, this is Chinoize Cup. My bad, man. Wait, man. I should be about to play one. Tag in a share code. I don't see it. Let's see. Can you resend that? I don't see it. Yeah, sure, dude. I mean, I'll play afterwards, but I gotta wait for this code from this dude. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Never mind. That was me being dumb. Oh my god, it won't let me. Alright. Private. Let's go. Command V. And join. Alright. So we'll go now we're gonna take second off of this guy. Um okay. Okay. I don't even care at this point, so let's just do that. End the turn. Like, I don't even care right now. We'll do this. We'll play out a Hagu. And we'll, I don't know. I have no idea what we'll do at this point. Let's go cancel this. The blocker. Let's just start with that. Since we don't have like a single freaking play at the moment. Oh, we got that, right? Alright, let's do that. Let's grab it to him. Return cards to deck. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 8 attack. Let's just do this while we can. And we'll end the turn. Now comes to that guy. Now comes to that guy. Cancel the blocker, resolve. Okay, we got the 6 now. Still no way to trash nobody, which sucks. Which ripping sucks. You can just get up to 9, right? You can just get up to 9. Yeah, he's gonna get out of it, right? So is there anything we can do here? Yeah, 20. Yeah, that's till later. Honestly, I want to just do this. I don't think he plays out many would ever cost. So, you know, it's just tough. It's just tough. At 8. And we don't have to have an 8 down play. It would be great if we did. Maybe we should have just gone all out onto the life there. 7. It's really not gonna help at the moment. Wish we could use that, but we can't. go. Use card action. That no blocker. Get the other Hongo. Resolve. And we'll take a lump here. Blocker resolve. I'll save that blocker for later if I for that guy later on. Whew. Okay. So here's what we can do, right? We can reduce him. We can trash that. I think that's our play. Reduce him. He's got none of the whale out here. So now we can play that out. Trash him. Don't think it's worth taking that one down to 5. Considering he can just kind of swing in it. But yeah, and then next turn we can end that. Let's end that. You know, assuming I have to take one here. At least one. Your turn. Take this character out. So use card action. Get that. Resolve. Then if he attacks with that, we can get rid of him. Alright. What's the deal here? What's the dealio here? Yeah, let's go ahead. We take that and kill that. Let's go. We're gonna have to take a life anyway, right? All that, get rid of him. Next play, we're taking out this. Trigger. Okay. So, what I believe we can do is we can get both of those guys off the board, right? So we spike. Yeah, we'll do that. Question is, what's the most fuel efficient way to do so? What is the most fuel efficient way to do so? That is the question. I really gotta pay more attention to these things. So yes, now that I'm at 2 life, he's really not expecting me to have this. So either way, we're getting these guys off the board while still getting a swing in. And then we'll have some decent counter. Like his counter doesn't mean anything to me right now. That's annoying though. Okay, now we got Rush Shanks. So, I mean, the plan has not changed. So, going to go. That's a blocker. Yeah, so the plan has not changed. Let's go deploy this, use card action. Let's get him out. Get rid of that. Right. Then we go. We can get minus. Let's say we deploy this. Minus 4,000. Choose your enemy characters. And we'll do it again. And we'll do that. Now, let's have fun throwing some attacks into that stuff there. And we'll attack 7 into there. Right. And we'll end the turn. Alright. We didn't really have to swing that now, did we? Right. Because now he gonna do that. Oh, can we get out of this? Yeah, we can, actually. Use card action. Ba-bum. No blocker. Okay, resolve. And are they sending 8 into that now? Sending 8 into life. Look at that. Isn't that funny? Okay, so we could do this. Let's work this out. You can only get up to, right now as it is, knock it down and get up to 12, right? Minus that. That's 8. And we could do this. Yeah, we could do this. Minus that. And then deploy that. Do that. Now. Attack. 7 into 7. 9. So attack 12 into that. 7. I don't know why I did that again. Trying to get him to to force that blocker there. Either way. Trying to get him to use that blocker. I should not have swung with that again. But I think we can let it go. At this point, maybe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we can block. Maybe. If he leaves me available to, we can block. He's gonna give those 3 done. Yo. Use current action that. Blocker that. Resolve. Now, if he's gonna attack with that, just let me have it. Okay. Just let me have it. I don't got a way to take him out this turn. Maybe. We'll rest that. Due to that. Why not? You go ahead and deploy that over that. That's good. Do that. Yeah, attack 7s. Exactly. That. Well, you take out everything. Yeah, let's see what's up. We'll see what he's got going next turn. Okay. That's annoying. No. Thing is, if let's see, we get out of that. Yes, it's a 2K. Current action down to 10. The blocker 7, 9, 11. Resolve. We won. GG's. We got it. Boom. We beat an RG Luffy. All right. So, I mean, like I said, it's possible. When you see the cards, like, that's supposed to be a hard matchup, right? That's supposed to be the hardest matchup right there. And, you know, he didn't have the whale. That was his main issue. If he had the whale, then, you know, he's looking a little better. And here's the thing: it's like we'll probably end up either winning this last. We'll see. We'll see if we win this last match here. All right, so how many people are left now? Still 3 matches going. So yeah, so I mean, in that case, they ended up being useful. Those those yeah, the fire fists. They ended up being useful in that match because I let him, take me down to that life. But I needed that last life being a 2K really saved me. That was the deciding factor there. What would you play? No, I just can't. Sim doesn't work here. No, I have not heard of Dual Voyager. Why can't you download the sim? What's going on with it? What kind of computer do you have? Because I've played it on Mac and Windows, and it's just a little tougher on Mac. You have to download each and every what is it called? You have to download each and every patch separately. Work computer. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you should still be able to play it on a work computer. It just depends on how heavily they're monitoring you and if they care about it, because it's not going to set off, anything. It doesn't connect like that. Now, it might, may or may not shut down the connection, which kind of sucks. But I don't know. Oh, they won't let you. Yeah. I don't know. I'll give it a look. See, afterwards. See what this dual Voyager is. Right now, I got one more match to play into this. We gotta achieve our 3-3 like usual, and work up from there. I mean, I could just drop, kind of annoying. I always sort of win these last little matches here, but I'm fairly consistent at 3-3. But I'm doing them with decks that aren't, properly built at the moment. I don't, like I said, I think we're changing that up. Those they happen to be useful in that matchup, but other than that, um those oh my god, not red rocks, the fire fists were not too helpful in any other match, so at least not in a situation. So I think the distorted futures might be the way to go, because that'll get anything that's like, that'll even get a Roger into the range of a Shanks. What it won't do is get a 10k, down to what I need, but that's where the red force will come in and hopefully be able to KO some 10Ks. So that would be nice. I I'm not giving up on this build. I think it has a lot of potential because I've been taking it into the unlimited format where everything is legal. And like this, I'm getting some positive results against really good decks. I just need to fix the consistency on this. Like maybe like red force. Did they ever look at this game for me? Of course they didn't. They never catch my wins. They never catch my wins. They only catch me when I lose. Yeah, dude, the Shanks leader is awesome. I'm not giving up on it in 17 or this little 16.5 format. I'm just trying to modify it so that this has been working really well when it's working. It has beat every single deck. The problem is the consistency of it. So if there's a way that I can drive up the consistency, and the problem is that the adding in the "will fight yous" may or may not help. Depends if you see him in the game, right? So, question is, do we have one more red force? Do we have red force consistency? Usually, I see one, but the last like 3 games, I haven't. So it's yeah, it's not on the sim, right? Yeah, I mean, I've got a standard deck list that I run like in real life, and I've got a deck list that this is easier, obviously, to just create anything you want. Um, I also have been experimenting with that with the new gate, and that was that. I don't think it helps. I don't believe it helps this particular deck. Unfortunately, it sort of just is a redundancy, and a lot of decks aren't playing 10Ks like off the bat. They're stopping at 8K, so you're not really getting the benefit a lot of the time of playing it out for 6. You know, when you can, it's awesome. It pretty much nullifies them for the turn. But you're trying to play it late. It's kind of like just a Shanks alternative if you don't have a Shanks in hand. But I was sort of hoping it'd be good in here. What I'm definitely interested is the green Shanks. I was kind of hoping they'd do a green red Shanks. I hope that's the next like iteration. I hope they reprint some of these cards because some of these cards are getting older. Like this one in particular, the Pop Shanks, is getting a little bit older. It's gonna be rotated about this time next year, February, March, April. Yeah, so we got about 9, 10 months left with this particular card. Anything marked with a 2 is out of here. So I'm hoping what happens is, they printed the Beckman here. I think we'll get an alt art of it in another set, which would be kind of nice if we did. But other than that, like I think I think they need to reprint this to update it or give it a. Does this that one might have the manga actually? One of these has the manga event. All right, let's see which one is it. Which one's got the manga? Whichever one has that is good to go forever. So I might have to retract my statement here. Let's see which one's got the. Of course, it could be neither one of them. Let's see. Yeah, it's not the Pop Shanks. That just has the fancy alt art. It is the Rush Shanks, which will be there forever. So we'll always be able to build around this one. This guy's gonna be gone around this time next year. So just unfortunate. But me. Me, because I go 3-3 with random decks that I've never fully tested. Pretty much every deck that I test, they just ask, who's the best. Obviously it's not me, but I never actually like use a deck I've been playing with for like a year or more, all this other stuff. So I'm always just kind of using what I feel like using, and usually it's a favorite character of sorts. All right, we got our matchup. Let's find out where we're at the moment. Have to go to private. Who's our last match for the day? Who's our last match for the day? And are we the sharing person? Nope, we're not the sharing person. All right, so we're just waiting. We're just waiting for a code at this point. Sadly, this is where I'll lose and they'll catch it on stream. Always when I'm on stream, I lose. Of course, they probably won't even be watching me anyway unless I'm one of the last games. Because I'm not at the top table at all. I'll be one of these mid tables. At least I represent myself well. These are some top players in the world that are in this thing. So I don't feel bad for losing some stuff. He's not asking me. So let's see if we got a share code. No, just from the last guy. OP Maz. Where's OP Maz? 2 and 3. Be great if he just dropped, and then we can just get our 3 and 3 and sign off for the afternoon. Go get some lunch. No, that's Munchlax. Why asking for Moonchilax? How's he doing? Let's see. How are the standings going on this? Anyone we played up here? I don't believe so. I think Sam's is the highest. I think the other dude is either not here or just has not shared the code yet with us. I do not see my name mentioned even in passing here. Right, my brother just texted me reminding me that lunch was like 5 hours ago. But it happens when you're streaming. Where is my dude? Where's my man? Where's my man's? Did he? OP man. Let's see. I mean, I don't like just like. Of course, I'll take like games. And he's not popping up here. Different, I think, but waiting on food. Waiting on food still. I guess that is him. Funny. You forgot there was another round. Yeah. I don't know, man. You can also get the sim on your phone, by the way. It's just a little hard to be used. So we'll wait for this guy to share with us. I mean, I think that was that. Oh no, he's talking to somebody else. My guy might be AFK. Okay, man. All right. I mean, look, we'll take a free win. A free win's a free win. So why not? And I'm gonna take a break to go eat something. I will go eat something at some point, and we'll figure out what that is. See if I tag Chinoize. See if he responds. It's been 6 minutes and I still have no code from this guy. Let's try. That's OP underscore Maz. And it's still not coming up. All right, well, Chinoize has said himself that we will probably get a free win. He's got 1 more minute to respawn. So we'll give him a second. We don't want to just take the win, but we'll give him another 30 seconds. All right, it seems like we're gonna get a free win here. We'll go ahead and we'll submit it. It takes a little bit. It takes like 15 seconds to go. So we'll let it auto verify. Of course, he'll probably like do it last second. All right, so like usual, it's a 3-3. Let's reply to that. I've gone ahead and submitted it. Waited 10 minutes. Still willing to play out if dude shows up. Yeah, 10 minutes. Still waiting to play out the dude shows up. All right, so there's nothing else we can do there. Like you said, we'll you know, yeah, we'll just take it. Yep. So 3-3 is gonna be our official record today. I guess he just either dropped and forgot to drop or whatever. And we'll just count that 3-3 again. With a deck that we really didn't try too hard and thinking about. We were just kind of going for a board removal concept today. And yeah, it kind of sucks we didn't get to play out the last game. You know, would have liked to see if we was truly on par with our last build, which is 3-3. Though last time, let me tell you, last time I threw 2 games, and I'm still upset about that. So last time it was the first time I had a chance to go a 5-1 record, and I messed that up last week. So you know, I don't know if we'll have enough points to even get a box or something. I think you need like 25 points or something, which means you at least have to do this in like, what is it, three times. You'd have to almost compete in like every tournament. Yeah, and go 3-3 or better. I think, because I think a box is like 25 points or something. So accumulated, I don't know how many I've got. I've done probably like 3 tournaments this month, so I'm probably like halfway to. If you accumulated my points from total, tournaments, then I'd qualify for a box, but it's not what's happening here. That's for sure. That's for sure, because 1 win's worth 1 point, right? So, or 3 points. No, it's worth 1 point. I'd have to see what the whole thing is. I forget. I forget what the whatever is, but I think it resets like every month or something. So like Chinoize Cup, I believe. I'd have to check their website. What is the TCG Live? TCG Live. No, not Pokemon. TCG Live. I want Chinoize. Okay, here. So what do they need here? So box tokens. So you gotta finish, you know, you gotta finish top to get tokens, and then I think it's 24. So it's like, it's like per pack basically in the thing. So 6 round thing. Yeah, I don't have any. Since all players' ranking points are based on final standings, Chinoize Cups, online ones. Yeah, this is not the. Let's see. Here's the main thing here. Yeah, it's unfortunate our guy didn't show up. Definitely unfortunate. All right, but with that, I'll go ahead and take a break. And if you get your Sims set up, I will play you later. I'm just gonna put it on the starting soon thing because I'm just taking a break. So we'll be back later. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching on YouTube, on Twitch. I can speak. Oh my God, on Instagram and TikTok. We're trying to get those streams going too. We're running out of bandwidth, so I'm trying to. That's why our frame drops are sort of happening. Next time we will post now that I've got this all sorted out and running smoothly. We'll start posting this again. The problem is finding places to post because some guys get a little upset when you post in their channels. No, this is not bait for you to join my stream. It's called midlife crisis because this is what I was doing 13 years ago. Then I tried to have a professional life and in the music industry. And then I was a director of digital media. And then 6 months ago, I got laid off. So no, it is not bait. We're just having a little bit of a change in scenery and another change in job. So yeah, that we are sort of having a midlife crisis because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do with my life at the moment. And I think I like doing this. The problem is this is a very niche category that I like. And but the fellow compatriots, let's say, of the One Piece TCG who are into the game, they take a while to warm up. Let's just put it that way. Because if you're not like a guru, it's tough off the bat. So you got to get better. You got to be knowledgeable. And you got to start getting results. And I'm starting to get results. So, I mean, my locals that I play is, I lose because of me at misplays. And I'm annoying. And I suck. And I probably shouldn't smoke before tournaments. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the next venture. So, I mean, I've been a music producer and audio engineer for so long, and then being a director of digital, I was doing, I was doing graphic design and animation. So now all the skills are just kind of coming together. So I think this is the path. It's just more saturated than it was when I was hanging out with Jacksepticeye, and he was the only guy that was streaming 10 years ago, or 15 years ago. So just wait and try to, dude. Naruto TCG it looks great. It looks great. The problem is, I don't know how I'm gonna afford multiple, TCGs all at the same time. The One Piece boxes start at 150. If you can get a pre-order, these are gonna go. I mean, the first Naruto box is if you don't get a pre-order of that Naruto box, you're gonna be paying out the ass. you're gonna be paying probably 250 to 350 plus, if I had to guess, because there's gonna be a first release, and then that'll become a collector's item, and then there'll be a second release of that first wave, and that'll become, you know, its own little secondary collector's item, kind of like OP01. It's got like the two different versions with the different bottoms, and that's the only difference is the bottoms. And I think a couple of the cards might have been reprinted or something, or ratted. But yeah, I mean, like, that's gonna be an expensive TCG, and it looks like they're changing up the system a little bit. I was just watching a video on it. It was either Wazi Plays or something. I don't know. I forget who it was, but the system seems a little different. I don't think things are color locked, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. I think leaders have abilities, or they play out cards that have abilities, but we'll have to see. I forget what exactly that video was, but it looked a little different because there was no, like, on like Gundam and everything else he was showing, they've got like these little wheels that show, you know, what color things are, and etc, etc. So it'll be interesting to see how the jutsus work. The Dawn are basically the same. It's basically just another Dawn system, but with I forget, I think it's chakra cards or something. So it's looking fun. It's looking fun. My problem with Naruto is they kind of have this, if they're changing up that formula, it's risky because it works with Gundam, it works with One Piece, obviously, but you know, if they change it up, I heard the problem with the last Naruto TCG was just kind of gameplay sucking. Not that the cards didn't look cool or anything, it was just kind of like gameplay sucked, and it was really bad support, and people sort of just gave up on it, like pretty quickly. Like, it was gone within a couple years. I think but look, that's not, it doesn't always reign true, because there was multiple One Piece TCGs, so it could go either way. The last TCGs for One Piece, I just don't think it was a good time. I think it was way early in the 2000s when Bandai tried this the first time. Then there was like another release like 10 years after that, and then there was the one released, you know, during the pandemic, which is this current iteration. So, you know, there's I'd like to see maybe if Naruto has staying. I might get the first box if I can snag a pre-order. I mean, we're talking like a whole year out at least at this point. So if I can snag a pre-order, sure, love to. And then we'll grab like a couple of the first boxes, you know, one to open and see what we get. And I think we'll just keep it as a collector's item, the other one. And if it's got some staying power, like One Piece does, then I think we'll start collecting it and getting into the gameplay and all that. I you know, if I'm gonna jump into something else new here, you know, I'd like it to be able to be around for a bit. So I mean, just and just being around also doesn't mean that like anyone in my area would be playing it. So, you know, my locals for One Piece, depending on where I go at the max, has like 15 people, and then all of a sudden release events happen, and you know, it goes from the 15 to being sold out, and now you can't get in. So it's like it's sort of annoying that way. So I have to see how many people are playing it locally. I like getting that locally. I'm looking for shops to partner with to start shooting content. The problem is not the shops, it's the people that frequent the shops don't always like being recorded, and you need like everyone's permission. And coming from education, in my last job, it's like any situation with a minor and any of that stuff, you know, it's you gotta have parents filling out forms, and you gotta blur out everything. You basically just gotta skip over them, and if they're in the room in general, it's hard to skip over them. So, you know, it's oh yes, your locals are 60 plus, dude. I have played in one 60 plus tournament in person. It was the one treasure cup I played in with an ace, and I went 4-2, and I barely missed cut on that, and I'm kind of annoyed. And I didn't pull anything from my packs either, so it was not a great day. no one was much into splitting that day at that point. So I got a couple packs, but the packs I got, it wasn't worth it as far as that. I didn't get anything from the. Oh wait, no, I did. I got a buggy, and I was annoyed because nobody would trade me for the alternate garps, and I really wanted the alternate garps, so I ended up having to buy 4 of my own alternate garps. So but yeah, so today was not a failure. 3-3 is what we usually do, and we had a chance if we played. God, if we played a little bit smarter today, we had another chance for about probably a 4th one. I think this build's got potential. I need to mess around with it a little bit, and see if I can get this consistency up on the removal, because that's so key to this build, is being able to consistently remove whatever my guys. Like you saw when it worked against that red green Luffy, he had nothing to attack me with. So when it works great. If you're not seeing the cards when you need them, it's tough. So I need to find some sort of consistency. Maybe the hope thing will help with that, because it'll allow me to get like pretty much any card in my deck besides the the ones that minus stuff, as far as the events are concerned. I won't be able to find like the events and stuff, but most of the deck is 4 cost or more, so it literally opens up everything else. It's basically a 2 cost garp at that point, which then fits very well into like, if you find not a Hongo, but if you find something you like, a blocker that's not a blocker, if you find like oh my god, I can speak. Yamato, let's say you find a Yamato or something that costs like 2 Dawn or even an ace. You find the Ace Sabo Luffy off like any sort of search or just off of something. Of course, it wouldn't find that because it has to be a 4 cost and above, doesn't it? So yeah, so there would have to be something I'd have to figure out that's like a 2 cost. That's a consistent minus. I thought those Fire Fists were gonna be it, but I don't know if there's a way to. I mean, the only other thing to do, I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, because now Sabo's blue, so he won't. Yeah, he won't be able to be used in that. Unfortunately, there's got to be a build here. Let's just verify that that's Sabo's blue Sabo. Yeah, there he is, blue Sabo. So yeah, there's nothing. I use something that activates an event like out of a trash. I just don't know if Red has that in the tool bag. I'm excited for this though, so I picked up this set. I'm very excited for this, and I think this will be a good deck. I've been looking at this for a couple years now, being like, where are these cards? And they finally are coming out. It's gonna be an expensive deck to build though, so it might literally just be a trophy deck at that point. But and this is not. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this. What was it? You mean it's like, yeah, don't fall for this leader. I know there's been a lot of videos going around touting this with the Luffy build with the straw hats. Don't buy that hype. Look, it's a good variation of the deck. It is okay. It's not bad. I have absolutely crushed it with any Shanks build. It doesn't work against the Shanks, that's for sure. And if I can nullify it with a Shanks, people are gonna find a way to nullify it. So with better current meta decks, like, so don't chase this Sabo Luffy build that you're seeing going around. I don't think it's worth it. You're more, you're probably better off going into the ST21 Luffy, but even then I've been crushing that with Shanks's. So I don't know how long that ST21 is going to hang around for. Not sure at all. I mean, it might have some time in the spotlight. Like right now, it's got some wins, but I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm not playing a deck that struggles against it. But I KO everything as soon as he puts it out there. I mean, the only thing that doesn't maybe get KO'd immediately is the 9 cost. So, whatever it is, the 9,000, powered one that gets rush. Like, that's the only thing that I struggle against in that deck. Ace is tough. The new build for the red ace is tough, but I think there might be a better OP13 ace that people aren't looking at, and that's what I'm workshopping probably between this Chinoize Cup and the next. And of course, I'm sure somebody like what's his face on the Chinoize Cups, Lexinator. I'm sure if there was a build that was better, he probably would have figured it out by now. But I'm gonna dig my grubby little paws into it, and we'll see if we can come up with an ace build, OP13 ace build that can hammer down some of these new meta decks that are coming out. I'm not really concerned about this starter deck meta, except for next week because I'm playing in New Jersey at the store event. But what I am worried about is OP17, and can the decks that I've built handle that meta? Now, another question I have is it has been partially revealed, not on purpose, that we're getting Roxy Zebek as a leader. That was leaked this morning, accidentally by Japanese premium Bandai, and they released a Gloriosa photo, and it was everyone is pretty sure it was an accident and or an Easter egg, one of those things. Whoever knows, but we're getting rocks, and that Gloriosa wasn't leader locked. So, the question is that going to be the new Nami engine? And only time will tell on that. And are there cards that can be used in, say, Ace? Are there cards that can be used, in some of these other? I mean, shit, if you stick a Kaido card in there that's blue, and all of a sudden you've got blue Kaido, coming out the woodwork, that would be kind of terrifying. Is there a blue Kaido leader? No, there's just the one blue. This Kaido. Um, but there's some big members of the Rocks Pirates that could find themselves being blue and in a lot of decks. I mean this one's banned, but this is what I'm worried about with this Roxy Zebek deck coming out. I'm a little worried about now. What I wouldn't mind is if this got better. I want to use Usopp. I would love to use Usopp, and I've been looking for an excuse to use Buggy, but I cannot find one because it's so hard to get his big characters to stick on the board. Because you need like 5 different characters, cost 5 or more. Well, what's the favorite thing right now for people to do? Just spike the shit out of your board. So it's tough in that type of meta. Um, Even though he can spam out technically 2 of them in the same turn, it's as soon as they're played. So if there's not 5 when they're played, they die. So you can get a red rock out of the 1, but you gotta treat it as just like a red rock, right? So you sacrifice your card, you pay your 5 Don, and then you red rock something, and if you don't have your 5 cost, the big buggy goes away. Now that can be useful in a lot of situations. Now with these, I am shocked that it's not used in the Impel Down deck. There are a lot of 5 cost characters, and I think the buggy version with the prisoners, right? So like you got the prisoners, which are a 6 cost, and then you've got buggy. Where's he at? Which is also a 6 cost. So if you built, say you even got 2 of these out, right? Which also summons out, your whatever, your summons out your prisoner, and you get the prisoner blocker. You could pull it off with this. Where is he at? So this the one on play? No, that's the blocker one. Still good. That's still a great one. It's this one. So this is a red rock. This is literally just red rock. 10 calls red rock. So a play here when I was working out a couple formats ago, I was trying to make this deck work. But with the prisoners build, like say we let's get off of this just in case I don't want to save anything. Let's just start a new like a buggy build. And I don't know, say we got four of those. Let's get all this gone. Let's just clear let's clear the deck. All right, so say we did like four prisoners of impulse or for that, then we did let's say yeah, the those. Let's get our leader out, right? Um so the oh no, because it's a prisoner. Why did we lose connection? I think we're coming back slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, we're making a comeback. All right, and we're back. We're back. Now we're spiking in internet connection. Gotta love it. Gotta love internet spikes. And we're back. Anyway, yeah, you know, there's gotta be a build here where you can make the buggy work. In fact, be activating your impel down type cards and move it would play up to one prisoner impel down card, right? So, I mean, I am shocked there's not a way to make like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like say you put 10 in there for Christ's sakes. Right. So now you're drawing infinite 2Ks. And yes, a lot of your deck is prisoners, right? But you got that. There's so much just random support at this point. I mean, you got the new Mr. 3. So you got this guy. You chuck 4 into, right? So got that. You chuck into it. I mean, this is your boss monster. This is your red rock, right? So question is it worth putting out, you know, this guy for 10 Dawn? Is there a way to cheat this guy out, you know, without using the buggy leader? And that's probably where it falls apart. Is because you gotta waste this Dawn. You gotta have these guys ready to go when you're playing this out. And you know, and then the other one's cross guild lock, so it has to be a cross guild player that you play out. So pretty sure on this leader, you play up to one cross guild type, so it's not going to help you in that sense either. They just kind of made the buggy suck, and I hate that. I really wanted to use a buggy, and I wanted to use an Usopp, but I don't know. Maybe that's in our wacky build we'll try next. Maybe we'll try an Usopp next and see how that works. But for now, we're gonna take a break. It's been nice. Thank you for watching. I'll have to record an intro for this later. But either way, Chinoize. Peace.